right? Who has an open mind and and who really wants to go ahead and learn? Okay. And you realize you're always the last person to raise your hand. Okay. So, right, that doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. Okay. So that's great. Okay, now I'm going to go into a little bit about, again, what this program is going to do for you in other respects before I get into the financial component again. Because I want you really to understand how different and how transformative what we're doing is. See, when you decide that you want to go to college, you're going to pay the schools are going to pay the professors, and the professors are going to teach you in a very narrow slice, right? Those are the courses that you'd be taking. Many times, those courses have nothing to do with what you're going to be doing in the real world. Is that true or not? Just like, unfortunately, in high school. But you need the basics, okay? But the basics that they're teaching are not really sometimes the fundamentals that you need in order to be successful or happy or healthy in life. So when you come into our programs, we're going to give you skills in multiple areas so that you do have the skills, you do have the confidence, and you do have the ability to do what you want in order to be successful. So those skills go into communication, business, marketing, management, sometimes leadership, office technology, research, problem solving, and time management. Because whether you know it or not, all these skills you have to have working together if you really want to be successful, professionally and personally. Okay? Does this make sense? Say amen.
Amen.
Hey, cool. It's like being in church again.
I said in this room.
My spirit.
Okay, so great. So now, I told you a little bit yesterday about our community newsletter program. Where what we do is we go into the community and we say, hi, my name is Lyle Benjamin, and I'm with the not-for-profit educational organization, 16 Things Kids Can Do, and the Entrepreneur Small Business Network, and we're coming into the community. As a matter of fact, I live right, down on such and such street, in the community. And what we're doing is we're producing this newsletter where you'll have, if you go into the newsletter, over 50,000 views of the newsletter from area residents. So unlike newspapers where 90% of the people don't even see your advertisement because it's buried in a whole bunch of advertising pages with hundreds of other ads, and then it gets thrown out several days later, and the 10% of people who do see your ad may not even be interested at that time. People go ahead and keep this, and they put it on their refrigerator, they put it with their Chinese menus, and when they need something in the community, they look to see if you're here. So, the thing is that this is going to add more revenue to your company. One client could pay for the entire time that you're in the newsletter, and that's for 10 to 12 weeks. Okay, so let me go ahead and get your card, and here's our information. You can also check us out on the web, and I'm going to come back in a few days, right, to see what you'd like to do. Now, how long did it take me to say that?
2 minutes.
Nope. About a minute. That's it. Okay? Do you think it's really hard to learn how to say this? No. You think that in an hour you can learn how to say that? Yeah. In about 20 minutes you can learn how to say that. And then what happens is you go into a business, and what we do is we don't discriminate. See, this program is built to go ahead and have 3 levels of benefits for the community. 1, it benefits you all from doing the program, not only in terms of building your skills, but while you're in training and you have success with businesses, you're going to earn money. 2, it benefits the business because it keeps local dollars local in the community. So they get business that they wouldn't have otherwise gotten. Because you can have somebody who lives 3 blocks down the street and not even know that that business is there. We talked about that the other day too. And then 3, it benefits the people in the community because it gives them discounts on things that they're going to need from 20 different businesses, okay, over a 3-month period. So if they need something, they're going to look at the newsletter to see if they can get a discount on it. Now, doesn't that make sense? Instead of just benefiting the business owner, now it really benefits you, and it benefits area residents and the business owner. And that's one program. So this deals with marketing, right? Business, okay? Graphic design. And there are some times when you're going to actually help the owner figure out what type of discount they're going to offer. So if you go into a nail salon and you're going to say, well, from experience, I know I only go to nail salons that offer 10% discount on anything over 35 bucks, 50 bucks. Isn't that true? Ah, okay, fine, right? So you help the business owner sometimes figure out what's going to be good for their business. Okay? And then you simply write it up. And you have a booklet that you go into the business with. So when you show the newsletter and then you start talking about the benefits, you have the booklet open. Everything that's in this booklet, right, on this page is what you've just said to them. So they get to see it. And then later, when you go back and they say, okay, tell me how much an advertisement like this costs, you have a page that tells you, okay? So an advertisement like this is one rate, an advertisement like this is another. They can do it in black ink, like this, or they can do it in 2 color, black and another color. Like either we do black and red or black and blue, okay? And you then fill out these fields. You fill out 1 copy for them and 1 for us. You learn how to take order information. You fill out what type of discount they want on their advertisement. You get a copy of their business card, their brochure, or their website address. And then you get a deposit. All the advertising in terms of design, layout, we do internally. That's all part of what we do for the client. It's free with their advertisement. So they tell us what they're interested in, what the discount is, we fill out the form, they give a deposit, and the deposit, it could be for a small ad, $40, doesn't have to be a lot. One ad like this is only $295 for 10 to 12 weeks in terms of display. Okay? That means that when you help one business do that advertisement, okay, how long do you think it took you to go ahead and talk to that business? 15 minutes total time. 1 minute initially, right? 2 minutes for follow-up when you go back in later on. And then if they decide that they're interested, it takes you 10 minutes to write it up. Okay, and then later you gotta go back, and when they do a placement, it's called an insertion. When they do that, then you're gonna come back, you're gonna type in all the information into a system that we have, and then we design the ad, we put the ad right into their receipt. So now we print out a color page, and it has their ad in color, it has all their information, it has their deposit. They then proof it, they make sure it's what they want, they sign off on it, and they pay the balance. You fold it up, you put it in an envelope, that comes back to the office. So 15 minutes, 20 minutes for a client, okay? You get paid $45 for each client based on that size advertisement. Is that a lot of money or a little money?
It's quick money.
It's quick money, but, right, it's also a lot of money for the time that you're putting in for that client. The more you do, the better you do. It's that simple. When you go ahead and do a full double, that's $90, okay, from one client. So what that means is that when you're going out, in the course of an hour, you can actually visit easily, right, 10 to 15 clients in an hour, initially, okay? During the course of doing this, even on a part-time basis, over the course of a week, you'd have about 200 to 250 contacts